that can only be fulfilled if somebody is actually following the agile architecture. And the reason how it can actually help, how it can actually enable to achieve the scalability or responsiveness is that if it is like, because if we talk about the agility already has this particular component of that you could quickly respond to the changes, to the market changes which are there, and all those things are actually required. If I talk about the cost effectiveness also could be achieved using the same approach, and the scalability. Even if I am going, organization if it is actually growing, then with the the growth and the complexity, the architecture will also grow. If somebody is actually following the agile architecture. And there is also a collaborative, because all the startups which we grow, like we also follow the same thing. We build up a ecosystem, and if I can connect it to the yesterday's session also, that ecosystem, if we are following the agile architecture, and if we are also interacting with lot of business unit, then that particular, because the feedback mechanism actually exists, that sort of actually approach can be followed easily. So, talking about the current state, probably with the like the startups actually have the challenges that they are low on the funds, they are low on the maturity of the process, low on the market visibility, and they need to be pivoting frequently. Okay, they cannot stick to a single guideline, which is, I would say, something which large organizations have that cannot be followed in case of the startups. So what we actually, like if I have done, like we have mentioned the SWOT analysis also, the strength is that there is no, because it is actually small team, then definitely we have the agility already available to us, and there could be a highly skilled and motivated team which can be built, and we can create a uniqueness by actually leveraging the high tech, the emerging techs which are actually available on the cloud native architecture. But at the same time, we have to be aware of the weakness because of the low on fund and the like the competition we have directly large organization. We should be actually aware, but that can also be mitigated by the uniqueness. The opportunity is that because all the organizations which are there, whosoever is looking for the problem solution, they definitely want to go with the emerging techs which are there, and that actually awareness is actually growing. Right? I heard, I think earlier, Dr. Pankaj Tripathi also, that they are also looking for somebody who is actually, or the organizations who are actually enabling them to adopt the emerging tech. So in the 2B state, what is should be there is that there should be uniqueness of the solution definitely. There should be multi-channel revenue. There should be ease of life for the customer itself, and there should be it should be built in a, like there should be an ecosystem. Okay, so like startup ecosystem is quite key. So we should not target that everything can be achieved by us. It holds true for many of the niche technology startup, and there should be innovation should be there, but innovation without guardrails is not useful. Okay, so and that is where I have seen like a lot of actually startups actually failing. They don't actually follow the guardrails, and that is where the EA applicability actually is there. So towards that, like I have actually presented a 3-year roadmap, starting with the foundation, then the growth phase, and then the consolidation and the expansion phase. So ultimately, what we are actually targeting is that we should actually keep the stakeholders, customers, users at the center of all the solutions. At the same time, we should also ensure that we are easing their life. It is for the betterment of the humankind. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for those bunch of very interesting thoughts. So I think if I were to just summarize everything you said about your experience with startups and role of enterprise architecture. So you said first adoption of agility is really important. And please correct me if I am paraphrasing something incorrectly. Cost of adopting EA frameworks, that can be a barrier to adoption of EA.
Uh, it actually helps because you are starting low, okay, of the cost, and you can easily adapt yourself. You can reduce, you can, there could be an optimization of the resource utilization. if you are doing that. And you have you also have the option of actually delivering your product in the incremental manner if you are doing the agile, following the agile methodology. So that's why the agile architecture is very much suitable for all the startups.
Okay, so then keeping the users, stakeholders, basically user centricity.
Centricity, that is very much required.
Wonderful. Do you think there are any challenges, or maybe let me change the question. Are there any tools that you think are pretty conventional for EA enterprise that can be applicable to startups as well?
So I would say, first of all, as I like mentioned it towards the last, guardrails is something which the startups actually, I would not say intentionally ignore, but during their delivery, they are much more focused on the solution side and they want to be innovative, but innovation without guardrails, I see that it falling apart while they scale after a level.
Thank you so much.
And